This is a narration of someone's near-death experience. The words and the feelings, experiences, and intentions connected to them are not my own. I remove all energy associated with these words from both myself and those who listen. The main purpose of this retelling is informative. So be it. I went through a tunnel and arrived in a garden. I walked with a very beautiful man who gave me counsel. I looked at him in his essence and did not understand how such a beautiful, good, and intelligent person could be interested in me. He spoke to me, but I do not remember what he said. Perhaps his words are engraved in my soul. The curious thing is that he didn't make me feel guilty. I had attempted suicide, and he spoke to me as if I had made an unimportant mistake, and he counseled me to do better. As I spoke to him, we walked along, and soon he told me, go and join with a group of people. Even though I didn't want to leave him, I obeyed. I then went with these people. They were a group of young people dressed in white. I only remember that they were women. I don't remember if there were any men. Everything was in a park. There was a gentle breeze and the grass moved with the breeze. The sun was shining brightly and lit up the plants and birds that were flying around. I was seated on the grass with the woman, but beside me was a hole, a well, a hollow place. I don't know how to describe it. I felt very happy being with the women. We communicated without words through our spirits. It was like being joined in a great peace and happiness. But my are inadequate to describe all this because in this earth life I never experienced such a feeling. After being together in this way, a force pushed me towards the hole or well. I grabbed onto the rim of the well with all my strength because something was pulling me downward. As I ran out of strength to hold myself back, I held out my hand so the woman could catch me, bring me back up, and not let me fall down or go into the hole, but they just waved goodbye to me. I yelled to them not to let me go. If you are good, why don't you give me your hands? I want to be with you. But something kept pulling me down, and I kept going down the tunnel until I opened my eyes and found myself in this world. I felt cold. I did not like this reality and began screaming that I wanted to return to where I had been. Did scenes from your past come back to you? Answer. My past flashed before me out of my control. I saw scenes from my life, but I don't remember. I learned over time that we are visiting this life. We are here to learn, and that the best is yet to come after this life. The scenes from the future come to you. Answer. Scenes from the world's future. Uh, and I wanted to do a short one that I felt was also very, very good one. And I think suicide is a major, it's a discussion, even within the near death experience community. It's one where you have some people who have an experience where they come back saying that, suicide is a sure way to be in like purgatory or in a self made hell. Is kind of like one of the worst sins you can commit. And then you have others who come back saying, no, I went straight to heaven and it was just kind of like you got an F on a quiz and you have to go back and, finish it or try to get an A. It's not that serious. Um, I would say since we don't know, and I feel like so many people, like I feel like a lot of good people are the ones that commit suicide. I mean, that's clearly not everyone. There's all types of situations. You have people who, do mass murders and then kill themselves, or things like that. But in itself is like an output. It's like pressing, playing a game and pressing exit, you know. And one thing I feel with certainty is that the people who we consider wanderers or the volunteers, the light workers, the souls that are advanced that come here to help Earth souls, get through this process and learn what they have to learn and move on and not be stuck in the karmic cycle, those are the ones that are more prone to suicide, because this is not nothing about, it's like they have their souls are so powerful, and they're brought into a realm that is so dense and low vibration. That in itself is a shock. And then to not know who you are, to not have awakened, and if you haven't awakened and you're just dealing with sometimes some of the worst situations you can think of, because where do you need the most help? You need the most help at the bottom. You need the most help in the places that are the most troubled. And so if that's where our light workers are going, not to say all are, but if that's where a good amount are going, then yeah, the suicide rate, I'm sure, among our helpers is high, because it's a shock. It's a shock to their system, and sometimes it really is overwhelming. It's just completely overwhelming, and they might have bit off more than they can chew in regards to their mission. So it's definitely suicide is definitely a topic near and dear to my heart. And I've known quite a few beautiful souls, and I mean, in regards to, like, not to say that I know personally, but personally, and celebrities, etc., or just people who are known, who are really amazing people, like really just beautiful souls who decided to take that way out. And so it's really hard for me to ever believe that they are, damned, or they're in a bad space forever. No, I personally don't want to believe that. I can't say yay or nay, but I don't want to believe it. But at the same time, for anybody who's thinking about it, we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. And here's something I was thinking recently. Is like a lot of people, who have had NDEs, say that if you are in a hellish space, and I believe that it's real, because I have I've seen it on earth. I've seen people who create hell on earth, so I know that there are those spaces that are very, very hellish for the soul. So if you're in a space like that, if you call on goodness, if you call on God, a lot call on the Master, Jesus, the Ascended Master, and I think guardian of the earth. So there's a reason why he shows up in so many NDEs. It's an amazing spirit. But if you call on God and your Creator, you call on light, you call on goodness, in spaces like that, you say a prayer, they are immediately, most times, if it's sincere, immediately pulled out of that space and brought into the light. And if it could be done in that space, and I don't believe that it can't be done here. So if you really are going through it, and God knows this is a place where you can go through it. It's a tough school. It's a tough place. It's a tough planet. If you're going through it, give in. Like, get on your knees, pray until things lighten up. Because it might really be too much for you to bear. So just let it go and pray, and put it in the hands of your Creator to handle until it's manageable and you can make it work. And my favorite movie when I was a kid was Little Orphan Annie, and the sun will come out tomorrow. So that's something that you can always think of when it is hard, is that the sun will come out tomorrow. And if it's out tomorrow, then it's possibilities that whatever's happening now will stop or cease, and then I can start making good decisions to make it even better. The power is really within our hands. So that's my little 3 cents, and hope it was helpful, and I thank you guys for listening. God bless.